Hello YouTube, my name is Dave and I'm going to be going over what a Guayabera is and different types of Guayabera. You probably have a lot of questions, especially about what is a Guayabera, what type of Guayabera. I don't know, I'll give you some information. I haven't seen a video like this on YouTube and I thought this might be useful for someone looking to buy some of these shirts. So Guayabera is usually, I guess, associated with Cuba as it is their national shirt. The origins of the Guayabera I will not get into because I feel like it doesn't really matter. It's sort of like a Spanish shirt made out of linen, but there are in Mexico traces of it, and also in Cuba. Cuba normally you'll see with the four pockets. As the story goes, there was a gentleman working in the fields. He had the shirt on. His wife put a couple of extra pockets to put guava in it to transport it. I don't know how true that is, but that's the story. It doesn't matter. The interesting part is that this specific shirt is different from region to region, which I would like to get into. So normally, I like a traditional Guayabera. That's with the four pockets, very Cuban style. And I'll give you an idea. Most of the best ones are made out of linen, but it really depends on the linen that they are using. So that's something also to consider. Now there are a lot of shirts that look like they'd be in this department of a Guayabera, but not really. I have ones that kind of blend in. I technically stay away from any shirt that looks like a bowling shirt. I'll give you an example. It'll be like this one. You see, this kind of pattern, I have it. I sometimes wear it, but I technically do not like this style and will kind of stay away from it. Although I do have shirts like this because I sometimes get a good deal on them. So why the hell not? Now, very interesting. A Mexican Guayabera, like I have right here, normally would have something very distinctive to it. Now, normally you can tell how good a Guayabera is by these little creases here. I'm going to get up close to see if you can see it. You see these? The more of these it has, normally it's a better quality one. Very interesting. From Mexico, look how it is embroidered right here. I'm going to get really close. This is beautiful stitching all the way down. Very beautiful. I actually tend to like these. Very, very nice. A Mexican wedding shirt, but it's really a Guayabera, but they call it a Mexican wedding shirt. I don't know if they have a different name for it in Mexico. But it's technically just a Guayabera because it even says Guayabera right here. Made in Mexico. So anyway, these are beautiful. This artistry, the way that they did this embroidered is phenomenal. Like, this is so beautiful. So I really love and appreciate the Mexican style of Guayabera. Normally though, I'll give you another example right here. This belonged to my uncle. He brought this with him on him from Cuba. And this is a very traditional Guayabera. As you can see the four pockets on here. Very beautiful. Look at that. Old school buttons. They're like off-white. Beautiful. The construction of this one specifically and the fabric is second to none. It's probably my favorite one of these Guayaberas is passed down to me. The arms are a little bit short. I'm a pretty big guy. I don't fit into it like I used to. But I do roll up the sleeves because I will never get rid of this. This is like a family heirloom at this point, and I absolutely love it. But I'm I love the very traditional style, and this was the traditional style, I guess, of Cuba. This is a very traditional Cuban Guayabera. Four pockets. Now they do have them in different colors. These shirts are fantastic to wear in the summer, obviously, in warm climates. Normally you would wear them with an undershirt, like a little tank top. And if you could see the tank top through the shirt, that's usually part of the charm. So if you could see through it, that's sort of part of the look. So because some of them are a little bit thin, which makes sense. It's a warm climate. And it's great because you could button these shirts off, you could button them up, and you can really go through different events like this. You could dress them up, you could dress them down. I love them because I don't want to have my shirt tucked in all the time. So it's a great excuse just to wear something nice and loose. Now I will say all these shirts, depending on who is making them, will fit completely different. Some of them make them wider at the bottom, some of them make them wider at the top. it's hit or miss when it comes to the fit. So just keep that in mind. It's never a regular, like not everybody uses the same fit. I mean, like that's like a lot of different clothing, but specifically with Guayaberas, for me, all the ones that I own have a different distinctive fit. Some of them are better than others. I tend to wear the bigger, looser ones during the day when it's hot, because obviously you want it to like kind of breathe. And then I would, this is not a Guayabera obviously, but I'll wear something more fitted, sort of like this, if I'm going out at night, you know? And I stick to darker colors at night, lighter colors in the day. Again, you can do what you want with that. They're also great because they're baggy for concealed carry. So if you like to carry something and you want to look a little nice but not have it print, believe it or not, they're fantastic for that. This is another sort of style that I wanted to show. Now we do have the 4 pockets here, same thing. And if you notice, look, they have a little bit of a fabric coming down, very subtle. But I will say, the more of these that you see, if you could count 15 across, that's a better quality Guayabera. This is still a great Guayabera, but it's probably not up to par with the other ones that I have. As you can tell, this is 35% linen and then like 65% polyester. I'm not knocking it, but linen is the standard, I guess you could say. Again, look, a different design. This is a blue one. This is a great one to wear outside during the day because it's going to be hot. And as you can tell, we have more designs. Very subtle, but look at that pattern. And if we count these, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anything above 7 usually across means quality. That's just like a very general rule of thumb. And this one has some very nice little designs in here. When it comes to brands, I cannot really give you a specific brand to go after, as I've found that even great brands, it's hit or miss, and it really depends on the fit. I also have here an all black one. This is great. I wore this one at night if I'm out in the city, want to put something on, kind of dressed up. You know, you can't really even tell, but here you can see that looks pretty good there. Not bad, not bad. This one fits very, very, very well. I really like it. It's not one of my best at all, but it's still very, very quality shirts. I have them in all types of colors. Look, I could even show you a different one that I have here. Whoops. So this one I have to clean. I just wore this one, I think, like last weekend. It's a little bit dingy, but still. It's like a neon type of like kind of greenish. I don't know if that comes across in the camera. But you could wear that. I like to wear this sometimes during the day. Just roll up my sleeves. And people think that you're a lot more dressed up than you really are. I don't see, I guess, in South Florida, Miami, I don't see a lot of Cubans wearing Guayaberas. And even if they do wear them, it's usually old school guys. I don't see why they don't use them. It's very useful garment to have. Like I said, you could dress it up, you could dress it down, and they are phenomenal if you ask me. But if you're looking to purchase some, they can get very pricey. I'm going to give you a tip, because this video will probably get absolutely no views whatsoever. I'm going to give you some advice. Go to a Hispanic, Mexican, whatever neighborhood in your area and go to the Goodwill, because old people always donate them. They stop using them or whatnot, and you could scoop them up for $1, $2, $4. I have a Ramon Puig, like El Rey de la Guayabera from Miami, original Guayabera that I got even on eBay for like, I don't know, $15. It's like $100 like linen shirt. It's beautiful. And you just have to scope out for deals. And again, it's hit or miss. It depends, because sometimes you'll go and then the fit won't be perfect. But I will say, just make an alteration maybe, and you'd be surprised how good and versatile these garments really are. Anyway, I think I pretty much covered it. If you have any questions about this, you could always send me a message. I'm sure I've missed out a lot, but I thought I'd give you some advice. You could go with one that sort of looks like a bowling shirt. Me personally, I would stick to the traditional ones. It's much more classy, it's nicer, and I think overall they just fit better. But that's just me and my 2 cents, and that's all I have to say. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.